Hey guys, what is up? It is Bibs7 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape 3 vlog here today. In this video I'm going to be talking about this week's update, as well as some other things that they added in the patch notes, which are pretty cool, so that'll be interesting. I might also touch on something about Group Iron Man, I'm not sure. But I have not actually looked at the calendar yet, so you guys will get my first impressions of it here. Hopefully it is pretty cool, but basically this week's update is an in-game calendar for RuneScape, and this will show upcoming events, and I believe it'll hopefully start having updates on it, although they don't mention that explicitly in the patch or on the patch page here, but I guess we will find out when I open it up. Let's go ahead and see. I don't know where it is. There's too many buttons on this interface at this point. Where do I get to this new calendar? Not sure, but we'll have to find it. Maybe here. Vote now? No. Social? Maybe. High scores? This is seasonal high scores, I see. Social? Nope. Do they say on the update page? Because they don't, really point to it too well in all their stupid amounts of interfaces here. In-game calendar doesn't really say anything. Alongside the calendar is a day planner, so you can see events going on that day. But where the hell is the calendar? Good question. I don't know. They don't actually say where it is on their update page, so epic fail on their part. Nothing in event. I mean, why was it not in community? That would make sense because it has community events and stuff on it. But it's not in here. Summary? No, that's just my skills and crap like that. Skills, loadout, achievements, not in there for sure. This is the only other one that I could think it would be in, but it doesn't seem like it would be under any of these tabs. So nice job from Jagex. They release a new update and don't even tell you how to access it. Yep, it's not under there. Just clicked on that. It's definitely not going to be under here. That would make any sense. And it's not in here, so I have no fucking idea where this calendar even is. Is it like in the game itself? Like it's not even an interface that you pull up? Like this is like epic fail so far. Maybe there's one like in the Max Guild where you can grab one or something. Let's find, or you can like look at it. Wow, bit of a loading process here. What the hell? It's going really slow. The throne is okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's taking so long to load in today, but it doesn't look like I don't see anything new here, so it's I guess it's not in the game either, so this is just fantastic. I guess I'll wait until I can find this, even though they should have I feel like they should have pointed to where it is a little bit better. Okay, so I found how to do it, although it doesn't make too much sense, and it's something you can actually have disabled, and that is the in-game clock, and you have to click on the in-game clock to get to the calendar, which just seems really weird and random. I had to go watch a video to figure out where it is. Is there something on here for in-game clock, or is that like a different interface? I think it might be an interface options here. Yes, so you have to have this on, which I don't really want on, but I guess I'll have to have it just for this to show for the video. And there you go. You click on it and it pulls up this in-game calendar. Jesus, they could have made it a little bit more easy to find it, and it does get overridden by interfaces, which isn't the best. But so we have a day planner right here for whatever the day of, I guess it is when you open it. Nope, it actually opened yesterday for some reason. I don't know why it would do that and not open the day. Wait, what? It still says the 17th of June. I click these buttons and nothing. Oh, it's... What the hell? This thing sucks. The forward button does not work. That's great. The back button works, but it goes 2 days at a time sometimes. And then this says 6th of May. The thing highlighted is 7th of May. Wow, this is really well done. I like the way they did this. Works out really well so far. They don't tell you where to find it, and the buttons don't work, and it jumps 2 days at a time, and the day it shows on the calendar is wrong. See, when I pressed the forward button, it went up to June 17th, but this didn't change. What the fuck is this crap? Did they even test it at all? Jesus Christ. And then it goes back 2 days on this when I click the back button, but now it's misaligned on that, and the forward button does nothing now. Boy, they're doing really good stuff here. I really like the way they implemented this. Works really well. Oh my. So I can click on the actual day, and it still says the wrong day. It says the day before the day I clicked on, which is nice. They don't have that synced up properly at all. But then if I try to use the arrows, it doesn't work at all. And then when you use the back arrow, it goes back 2 days at a time. Jesus Christ, this is like an epic fail. So you can click on each of the little icons here, I guess, to see the actual event, which is okay. Whose event is this? Like, this is random stealing creation. What is this blue thing? What is this purple video button? That's not even on this because it's for yesterday. I have to click on this one to get the 18th. My fault. Loot from 1,000 Solak kills. Oh, sick. That's pretty cool. That's supposed to come out today, I guess. Oh, it's a stream. Oh, did it already happen? I don't know. This is confusing me. But either way, I don't really... This is not the best calendar I've ever seen in the world. I mean, it doesn't work properly at all. So they should probably fix it. But I guess... It's good and the idea is good to have in the game, I guess. What is this exclamation point? The month ahead, okay. What is this exclamation point? Oh, gotta go this day. In-game calendar and patch week. So they are showing the updates on here, I guess. Why does it have this update on Sunday? The updates don't come out on Sunday. They come out on Monday. Nice job. They don't even know when their own updates come out, apparently. But they do have updates that have already come out, but they don't have, like, next week's. They don't have anything past the 23rd of June, so can't really look too far in the future with this. Does it let me go forward? It does let me go into the next month, and although there's nothing there. And it does not let me go into August for some reason. What is this? Oh, you can filter out stuff. Well, I don't give a shit about having treasure hunter stuff on there. And I really don't care about the boss masses. And then there you go, there's basically nothing. I don't care about the mini games either, to be honest. And that's more like what I would expect to see on an in-game calendar for this game. And now, like sometimes it doesn't work for the day that you're clicking on. And it just, I don't know, this is really buggy. What is this? Oh, I don't give a... What is the ... dots? Miscellaneous? What are all the miscellaneous ones? Town Square Q&A, Town Square Q&A, Town Square Q&A. Is that the only thing they have under miscellaneous at the moment? Guess so. Gonna go ahead and remove that because I couldn't care less. Don't even know what those are. And then we have... So what we have left are seasonal events, which there aren't any at the moment, live streams, and news posts. So, yeah. Gonna be honest, pretty epic fail so far in my opinion, considering it doesn't work. Like, it very clearly doesn't work properly. I click on the day I want to look at and it shows me the day beforehand, and then the arrows just don't function properly at all. Did they even test them? It doesn't seem like it. Hopefully they fix all of these very obvious bugs and then it'll be a decent update for seeing stuff, although I'm not sure. It appears to me that they're not going to be, or I assume that they're not going to be showing future updates because they don't want to commit to when they're coming out. So it's not honestly going to be that useful for me, but maybe for seeing live streams and stuff that I might want to watch. But yeah, not sure what they were thinking with this because they clearly didn't test it at all and doesn't work properly. I mean, the video I watched, he was using it, and I mean, I don't know, I guess it worked for him in that, but it does not work at all for me, and I'm not sure why. I also wish they hadn't put it on the UTC clock. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me, but that's, I guess, whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and remove that again because I won't be using the calendar probably after this. But either way, I'm going to get into what I really actually care about talking about, which is the patch notes, because there were some pretty cool changes. Sorry, by the way, I haven't been uploading any of those videos. I have a clue scroll video ready to go. I just need to edit it. I also have two collection videos ready to go that I need to edit. I've just been really quite busy recently, both in-game and out of game. But in-game, I've been just doing Solak pretty much whenever I'm online for the most part. I'm up to 32 KC now, so it's pretty fun. I do enjoy the boss quite a bit, and I'm hoping to get some nice drops from him before too long. Haven't had any bows yet, but yeah, I definitely enjoy that boss a lot, and that's what I've been focusing on mostly. But I will be uploading some new videos quite soon. You guys can look forward to those. My apologies again for not having them within the last week, but since I had just come back, I was doing a bunch of stuff that I was trying to get caught up on since I was away. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the patch notes here. There were several updates to Solak, which I will go over because I'm pretty interested in talking about those, and they are definitely going to be pretty impactful on the fight as a whole, in my opinion. First of all, Arethor's Grimoire will now consistently obey its cooldown time. Guess it was glitched before. They also fixed some typo, but apparently they have not actually buffed the Grimoire yet, which I think it really does need a buff. It seems pretty crap at the moment as is. It's basically an Excalibur for your prayer, except it is actually shit because in an hour of constant use, it will restore less prayer than, I believe, a super restore flask, although I'm not 100% sure on that, but it is not a lot of prayer restoration at all. So that kind of sucks. I really hope that they do buff it in the future, or at least consider buffing it, because it definitely does need a buff, and that will help, at least give Solak hopefully another decent drop. Currently it's about 150 mil, which isn't too bad, but I mean, when you're looking at it, you could definitely, it could definitely be worth more if it was buffed to be actually pretty useful for restoring your prayer. But yeah, it currently is not the best, but they did not buff it. They also they made a nice change that I think was definitely needed. A player will now be resurrected if you die at the very end of the fight. So a player will now be resurrected by the power of the Grove should they die after freeing Solak. So the issue was when you come out of the realm at the very end, you can a lot of the time die to the images if you are the one inside the mind, which is really, really annoying, and now that will no longer be the case. They fixed that, I guess. It's kind of a weird fix. Like, why not just make it so you stop taking damage when you're outside? I don't know. But that's fixed. I'm really glad to see that. Then furthermore, for Phase 1, they made quite a few changes. They've reduced the amount of lashers by 1 that spawn in duo mode if you fail the arms and legs, which is good. They also added timer bars to both the arms and the legs, so you can see how close you really were to completely failing and dying and losing your kill, which is good. They also reduced the click radius on the arms and legs, which they were a bit large. Also, they have fixed the fact that sometimes if you were not attacking one of the roots or his arms or legs on Phase 1, they would just restore to full health for no reason, which I think is good that they fixed that. That was really annoying. You can also now stun the volatile roots, the blight-bound lashers, and the blight-afflicted core, as well as Solak's arms and legs, which basically only means you can do stun combos on them with most likely only if you're using range, because they're not super worth using if you're using magic and you'll be doing your flanking anyways. But with range, the stuns and binds are a lot longer, so it actually maybe be useful if you're using range, although I don't know if people do or don't use range. It's not a huge change, although it does kind of seem like it's one, but it really isn't. For Phase 2, the click radius on the anima eruptions has been slightly reduced. They were a bit large, I would say, but I don't think that's something that was really a huge issue. You'll also now consistently get a message when the anima storm has been fully depleted, which is good because usually it would only happen when you were below on the ground and it died. So I'm glad to see that they are making that a little bit more consistent. They've also reduced the click radius on Solak's arm during the stun and run up the arm, whatever the hell it's called. They call it the binding crush mechanic. But when he puts his arm on the ground, the click radius of that is absolutely massive. So I think it definitely did need to be reduced at least a little bit. That's Phase 2. Phase 3, pretty significant. They have reduced Arethor's life points from 500k to 250k in duo mode. So it might now be worth actually killing him to speed up the transition, as long as you can get Solak to 300k before phasing all the relics. We'll have to see what actually ends up being the case, like if it's actually worth doing or not, but I'm interested to try that out. And that's it for Solak, but definitely some great changes for sure. I think they definitely will be nice to see those timer bars on P1 for sure. So yeah, looking forward to trying out those new updates later today to Solak. Other than that, they made some changes to the Hall of Memories, which I haven't tried out yet or made a video on, which I will do in the future when I do try it out and can give my opinion on that as an update, although I wasn't around when it first came out. My apologies for that. They made some pretty sweet changes to the edit mode, which I think were very nice. There's now advanced options instead of what it used to be before, and this is where all your HUDs used to be, and instead of it all being disgusting and you having to do all this crap where you just like keep dragging it and hope you get the right interface, there's now a very nice toggle option for every type of interface where you can just turn on what you want to move and move it appropriately. I think that's great. These ones are enabled by default because they're probably the most common ones you might want to move around, I guess. I don't know what minigame HUD even does, so I'll just disable that because it's kind of just massive. But yeah, very nice, makes it a lot easier to organize things, and I think definitely something that was needed to come out. Oh, this kind of bugged out my familiar box a little bit. It doesn't say like no familiar or anything, but yeah, that's great. They definitely something they needed to change. Sorry about that, had to make a quick little cut there, but yeah, other than that, they've changed a few other things. Let me see if there's anything super worth. They added a health bar to Huracan, or a big boss health bar like all the other bosses, or most of the other bosses have, which is cool. Those are like pretty cool, like little health bars. I like those a lot. And then let's see what else we got here. Not too much was super interesting on the ninja fixes this week, although death touch darts can now be added to your keepsake box, which is kind of strange. I don't know why that's something they wanted to add, but they did. They also have made a more significant than it seems, I'd say, change to a Raxor, which will actually increase your money per hour from him a little bit. You will now get Crystal Triskelion keys as a bonus drop, which are going to be on the same table as the Pheromone and Araxite arrows. So instead of getting a Trisk key and not basically getting any money from the kill, you'll get a Trisk key and also your regular drop. So that's pretty cool. I think that's definitely going to help out from people raging, although I like getting Trisk keys, but yeah, now I'll get even more happy when I get one because it'll just be a little bonus on top of my normal drop. So that's pretty cool thing to note. They also made it so the skillers can enter the giant dwarf, or can enter Keldagrim by making the giant dwarf quest not need to be started to enter it. You can start the quest now inside of Keldagrim itself and access the place with the dwarven boatman or whatever, I think. And that's cool. I guess people like that. I don't really know. Never been a huge skiller like account maker myself, but yeah. That's basically it for this week, you guys. So it seems like epic fail on the calendar. It's just buggy as hell. Hopefully they fix it, and then it'll be, okay. Nothing too amazing, though. But, yeah, I think the Elite Dungeons are coming out next week, so I'm really looking forward to trying that out. The first Elite Dungeon, I think it's on Amenshi, I think. I don't remember. I didn't really watch the whole video, but really looking forward to that coming out. Hopefully I can train my dunge there and not have to deal with doing actual dunge because I hate it, but we'll have to wait and see. Either way, let me know what you guys think. Is the calendar buggy for you as well? Let me know in the comments. And if you're doing Solak, any lucky drops, do you appreciate these changes that are coming out this week? I will be having a collection video and also a clue scroll video this week for sure, so you guys can look forward to that. And I might also start working on a Solak guide that I may release eventually, although it is going to be probably pretty intensive like my Telos guide. I want to make sure I cover everything and make it so that people can start getting some Solak kills, because I know a lot of people are struggling with it, and it is definitely a pretty fun boss. So if I can help make it more accessible, all the better. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.